Most agency problems don't show up in your ads. They show up in your calendar, your margins, and your sleep. If your revenue isn't moving but the reports look great, this is your checklist. I'm going to give you 5 signs your agency is failing you and exactly what to look for instead. Sign 1. Metrics without money. You are getting dashboards full of CTRs, impressions, and reach, but no one can answer a simple question. Which campaign, which audience, and which message created actual profits last month? If you hear awareness is up, we are still in learning phase, or attribution is kind of tricky, that's a red flag. What you want instead is a single source revenue map from ad to landing page to qualified call or, purchase to collected revenue. And a money sheet for every campaign showing spent, new revenue, booked or collected customer, acquisition cost, and payback days. Ask them, show me one example where you turned off a high CTR, low revenue campaign and relocated the budget to something that produced money in 30 days. If they can't, that's a fail. Sign 2, creative stack on features, not buying triggers. Your ads talks about specs and discounts, but your best buyers want outcomes and risk control. Clicks happen, decisions don't. If you keep hearing, let's test more headlines or let's push another flash sale, your messaging is off. What you want instead are buyer language packs, 10 ad lines written to reduce decision by buying back time, removing hassle, handling risk, and respecting identity. You also want a creative cadence of at least 4 fresh angles per month, not just color swaps, A quick test you can run today is just replace your top ads first line with keep your calendar, we deliver your dream result without your, top friction. Then watch qualified calls, not just clicks. Sign 3, traffic wins, funnel loses. And the agency, just tracks. They blame your site, your team, or your CRM. They run media like, the landing page is someone else's problem. And revenue dies in the handoff, I'm sure. What you want instead is funnel ownership for the first 3 steps after the click. The hero line, the call to action, and the confirmation follow-up. Your forms should be decision first with 2 qualifying questions, timeline and priority. Ask them to show a real before and after where they change the hero, the CTA, and the follow-up, and then show the revenue impact. If they don't touch the first 30 seconds after the click, that's a fail. Sign 4, no capacity or risk constraints. They will take any money. If they promise every platform, every deliverable, any time, that's not confidence, that's chaos. Good agencies protect focus. You want explicit capacity signals like we cap clients per strategist or we manage a limited number of platforms per account. And you want risk rules like we don't scale spend until payback is under 90 days. And we won't launch without verified tracking. Ask them, what work would you refuse to take from us right now? And why? If they can't say no, they won't protect your money. Sign 5, no operating system. Everything is, ad hoc. Meetings feel random, tests are forgotten, and learnings die in the box. What you want instead is a weekly cadence with the same agenda every time. Spend, revenue, CAC, payback, what we turned off, what we've turned on, what we are testing next, and current risk. You want a living change log with a time-stamped decision tied to outcomes and 90-day plan with clear milestones, tracking log, creative refreshes, funnel experiments, and scale rules. Ask them to walk you through the last 4 weeks of a real changelog. What stopped, what started, and what moved money. If they can't show it, that's a fail. Here's what to look for instead when you hire. Hand this one-page brief to any agency you are considering. We optimize to revenue-producing events like qualified calls or purchases, not just leads. Provide a weekly money sheet with spent, revenue, booked or collected, CAC, and payback days by campaign. Run a weekly 30-minute review with a fixed agenda, a monthly strategy with next tests and 90-day roadmap. on the funnel from ad to landing hero to CTA to form or booking to confirmation follow-up, and propose copy or design if something is blocked. Deliver 4 new creative angles per month based on buyer triggers. Don't scale spend unless payback is under 90 days, and cap platforms and clients per strategist. Keep a timestamp changelog with reasons and outcomes. No spend without verified tracking, and no vanity KPIs in isolation. Run these 3 mini audits this week. Money alignment. Pull the last 30 days match spend to revenue by killing 1 or 2 high CTR low money campaigns for 7 days and relocate the fastest payback. If the agency objects without data, you have your answer. First 30 seconds after a click, make the hero line restate the ad promise word for word. Make the next step low friction but decision oriented. Think 12 minutes scope call, not in a way of contact us. And add 2 qualifiers: priority, or a calendar or a price, and timeline, this month or this quarter, or just exploring. So when it comes to follow-up gap, send an instant email explaining exactly what you will cover in 12 minutes and what they will live with even if you are not a fit. Send a short text message to confirm or reschedule, and send a 24-hour after email that explains your process in 60 seconds and states your capacity cap, basically. If your agency won't script this one for you, they are leaving money on the table. And what good feels like. They cut pretty campaigns that don't print money, and they show you the changelog in the meantime. They bring buyer language lines you wish you wrote yourself. They improve your landing hero and the follow-up without being asked. They say no to bad tests and explain why. And your weekly calls feels calm, boring, and adult. If this stunk, good. It means you can fix it. Run these 3 audits. Use the 1-page brief. If your agency can't meet these standards, replace them with a team that can show your money movement, not just a movement.